There is something pretty massive happening tomorrow in the crypto space that I want you guys all to be prepared for. Long story short, $600 million worth of optimism is going to be released onto the market soon. How do you prepare? Well, even though I'm extremely bullish on optimism long term, whenever you see news like this, guys, short the living crap out of coins like this because it happens every single time. And the fun thing is, I know people that make millions only shorting coins. That means they're never bullish, they don't care about the upside, they only care about when these coins go down. If you react quickly, vast majority of times, there's plenty money to be made. Right now, again, the price is down 6.5% today in anticipation of something that is happening tomorrow. Don't miss out on these opportunities anymore. Even right now, there's a good chance the price is gonna kind of continue to go down here a little bit. The thing is though, sometimes people buy the rumors, sell the news, and that might surely be something that's happening right now as we speak, as you've already seen a lot of these massive whales move millions of dollars worth of optimism. Wintermute moving 4 million, another whale moving 2.65 million, and right here you can see there's actually also a Sui unlock. I just want you guys always to be ready whenever there are unlocks of sorts. And you can find them over on Twitter, you can find them over on token unlock websites, and what it basically means is the early investors who bought in before it hit the markets, well, they usually get their tokens over prolonged periods of time. Whenever I tell you guys about that I'm buying these pre-sales, very often you get a percentage the first day, and then percentages every couple of months, every couple of weeks, every day, or only after a couple of years. It just depends. But for a lot of cryptos, that's why this little circulating supply thing is not fully at the end. Sometimes it's because of burns, sometimes it could be treasury type of locks, but very often it's just that these coins have not been given to investors yet. At the same time though, take a look at this crazy freaking news. And guys, you have to understand, I am so freaking bullish on crypto, and news like this, what I'm about to show you, this keeps just making me more sure that what we've got our money into, what we've invested into, that I am 99% into, is here to stay. Take a look at this. Russia to use crypto exchanges to settle cross-border transactions. Visa and MasterCard block my banks, don't make me Bitcoin. Well, it's really funny how a country that used to be so much against crypto on the surface, which is a very important caveat there, is all of a sudden saying, you know what, they're trying to block us. Let's use technology that was specifically made to not abide by the major rules of the wealthy and powerful. You got to understand, guys, we're in crypto, of course, partially to make money. Everybody is in this, not because they only want to get poorer every single day, obviously. But a very big part of the appeal is also that nobody can ever take my money away from me. Nobody can ever stop me from transacting. And if I want to send money to somebody that does not have a bank account, that does not have access to a bank account, then I can do that. Nobody can limit me from where I can send money to. And I think, again, that is more of a true definition of money than what we're now used to with the United States dollar. But let's not continue on that route for too long here, because people are taking this whole concept of money to such a crazy degree. Take a look, for example, at one of the guys I like, BitBoy, but what he's been doing here is just insane. So for anybody that's not kept up to date, guys, make sure you press that like button if you're enjoying these crypto updates. I'm trying my best to make them as concise as possible while still giving you all the most important news that's out there in the crypto market. Anyway, what he's been doing is he's basically been conspiring with another guy over on Twitter that made more than $20 million this month. How did he do it? He made 3 different coins. More specifically, he made 3 different meme coins that right now are in an interesting position. Anyway, so he's created Ben, which he then tried to sell to BitBoy. He then created Psyop, which he raised a lot of money for, and now he's creating Loyal. And now BitBoy is basically backing him up by giving this guy's projects some legitimate use and spreading that use. You can see this posted 10 hours ago got 500,000 views over on Twitter, and it's basically explanations of what these tokens should be doing, these meme tokens, with no utility when people bought in, only the idea of making more money and the sucker buying them. Anyway, Sir Doge of the Coin posted something funny saying, "Go to jail. monopoly style, as at the end of the day here, I'm not sure if what BitBoy and Ben here are doing is fully legal. Now, don't get me twisted. I personally think if you want to create your own token, you should always be allowed to do so, but I personally also think the premise should be to help out the world in some better way. And even though I think we should always be able to transact whatever token and coin we want to, I'm not a fan of people creating meme coins. I am a fan, however, hypocrite I know, of making money on meme coins the moment that they do exist. But that does not mean I think it's an ethical thing to make them with such crazy promises and just lose people out on so much money. Because at the end of the day, this game here of launching these meme coins is taking the people's money, putting it into your own, and then trying to create something out of it. It's like, it's a little bit toxic, I think. And so everybody's wondering whether or not this is going to warrant some sort of SEC investigation shortly because, well, BitBoy's based in the US, but when I spoke to him last week, he said he's not really afraid of anything happening to him, so I would say let us see. Just want to quickly also notify you guys that I have $0 in any of these coins because I personally believe it's a bigger fool game. That does not mean you can't make money with them, but I'm not willing to send this guy, this Ben ETH guy, not BitBoy, but Ben ETH, another guy, just Ethereum to his wallet to see whether or not he'll airdrop me some coins. I'm not a big fan of that because that's basically what he said. Hey, you know, I'm creating a third coin, just send me money and I'll give you some tokens. And now they're doing some more manipulation with some NFTs, etc. Guys, be careful with this stuff. Something else that's pretty crazy is happening right now as we speak. Over in Australia, I posted a couple days ago, well, we posted a lot of things, but that the Australian on and off ramps were getting completely blocked off because Australian banks don't want anything to do with Binance/crypto. Now, did you know that apparently Bitcoin is trading $5,000 cheaper on Binance Australia as traders rush to cash out their crypto holdings due to closure of the fiat off ramp? But that's not fully the case. As you guys remember, it's a little bit more specific than that. Again, if you guys saw it a little while ago, they're getting rid of the Australian dollar pairs, and so the liquidity is drying up for those, and for that reason, the price can be manipulated more easily. So a lot of people most likely are just quickly trading it as it's going to be delisted in 2 days from now. And it says right here at the time of publication, with this specific pair that's going to be taken off of Binance Australia, one Bitcoin can be purchased for only 33.75 thousand Australian dollars, equating to around 22,000 US dollars. And again, for two main reasons that's happening, because a lot of these on and off ramps, they don't want to have anything to do with Binance/crypto, and because for that reason, Binance is also taking away their Australian pairs because the regulations in Australia are just shitty. On the sidelines, as we're talking about countries doing crazy things for crypto, Beijing has just published a Web3 white paper. This is a $14 million annual fund to foster innovation and advancing the crypto industry over in China. And I don't know why anybody says, sounds bullish, right? This is extremely bullish. Some people might say, well, even if whatever results from this is negative, it doesn't matter. The fact that Beijing, whoever, or whatever company over there gets allowed to speak about Web3, even though it's negative, and that they start talking about it, opening up the dialogue, is extremely bullish in my opinion. As I've said before, a lot of places at first deny it. These are the multiple stages to getting some sort of adoption. You ban what you cannot control. You ban it, you disprove everything, you just talk negatively about it until you find a way to harbor it, make money on it, control it. And the same thing happens every single time in the United States with United States banks and almost every country out there. Remember, guys, a bank does not like new technology that doesn't make them money. That does not mean they're not building on it in the background. It means they're going to tell you in your face, oh, it's garbage, oh, it's bad, don't go for it, while they build on it in the background and then tell you they like it once they put a significant amount of money into it. Take a look at BlackRock, take a look at JP Morgan, Bank of America, all these different guys out there. At some point, they've said something negative about crypto, but they've always been building these rails in the background. BlackRock, one of the things they went to do really quickly was making sure that institutional clients could buy and sell, while in your face telling you, no, it's bad, it's sad, it's gonna go to zero. And on the contrary, it's also a matter of, well, if this new technology does not really combine with yours, but it's trying to replace yours, why would you want to support it, right? The same thing goes for Warren Buffett. Why would he want to support it if it's just going to lose him power and money in his bank assets? It's only the moment that all of a sudden, one of the big investors he's putting money into really embraces this tech and he'd make a crazy amount of fortune or a crazy new power because of this crypto stuff, that he will start to be very, very bullish on it. You'll see. Maybe he's too old for it. Could very well be, but you understand my drift here. Nobody really is going to say such good things about something that's only going to lose you money if you also, from your own mindset, don't like it. If you guys understand my drift. And then I got to show you guys something as well. This is something I've been preparing you guys for a little while, but XRP, I'm telling you, XRP today is up 4%. Better than almost every single crypto out here, the best performer in the top 10, one of the best performers in the entire top 100. And why is that the case? As I've said before, guys, right now the FOMO is starting to kick in. The video I made yesterday got over 10,000 views. Why? Because people understand it. They just don't want to fully realize it, that right now Ripple, in my own opinion, is on the brink of winning this entire garbage race. This entire garbage competition, they're going to be winning it. It doesn't make sense for them to fully flat on lose. It just doesn't. It just doesn't. It just doesn't. And right now we're on the final stretch. And so people are starting to think, I've been able to skip out on XRP for all these years. But if I buy right now, with the probability of them winning being so ridiculously high, I am mitigating all this time lost, these 2.5 years lost of litigating basically. But right now, after 2.5 years at the final stretch, I get to buy it at 3 times the lowest price, or basically at the same price, similar to what we saw all the way back when it actually got sued. I'm gonna take you guys back. A while ago, they got sued. I think it was around the 22nd of December 2020. Let's just say that the price was roughly 60 cents at the time. Right now, you still get to buy at like a 15% discount from prices that it was at that point. And again, the lowest price it went to was about 17 cents. Here it only shows 21 cents. So basically, you get to buy at 150% above the lowest price. Or I should say 250% above the lowest price, or 150% gains on top of that. You can also see in terms of statistics that the numbers are doing well because it's starting to liven up. Ripple has been getting so many different hints, as we saw over on the NASDAQ with that big report, but also the CEO saying that the lawsuit could be over in the next couple of weeks. And understand this, guys. Trust me when I say this. I'm not a financial advisor, but I'm a man of logic and sense. I will not be shouting here that XRP is going to $35,000 a coin, to $10,000 a coin, to $50,000 a coin. What I will tell you, though, is that there's a very high probability that at some point here, very soon, all of a sudden, FOMO is going to be kicking in. And what I mean with that is that the price is going to be rising above a little bit of an uncomfortable level for a lot of people, where all of a sudden, right before the lawsuit ends, people are going to massively stack on top of stack on top of stack. And I even believe the price could go as high as $1 or $2 before the lawsuit is even over, as long as XRP crosses some sort of threshold. This threshold could be $1, it could be $2, but you guys don't understand here. I am not trying to say that, XRP is going to pump tomorrow. What I'm saying is XRP, as of this point, is poised for some sort of FOMO wave, and I think it's going to be moving/rushing a lot faster than many people realize because of the same kind of conversation we're having right now. Again, we're at the end of this lawsuit. It really can drag on for our initial decision, that is, right? The entire lawsuit itself could take a lot longer, but the initial decision can't take that much longer. We've had 2.5 years behind us. The CEO is saying it's almost over, and the risk to reward, so like your probability of failure is relatively low. But let us say it's 50-50. The probability of the price going from 50 cents to $2, the moment that Ripple becomes victorious, I'd say is 99.9%. And we can actually put the if Ripple loses as at 50% with a return of times 0, meaning you lose all your money. Even in that scenario, we've got a 4x at a 50% probability and a 0x at a 50% probability. Your expected value is still above 1, meaning you always take this gain. At least that's the way that I go about it. If you get that chance, let's just say you spin the roulette wheel, right? And if it hits red, you 4x your money. If it hits black, you lose everything you've got. Well, you're going to always keep spinning, right? Because those are crazy odds. Normally, it's about 49% to win and then doubling your money. In this case here, it's more, in my opinion, more than 80% chance to win. And I personally think it's also going to be like a 10x or so the moment that we do, but I'm keeping it modest here. Anyway, those are just my thoughts. I'm getting crazy excited about this because it's getting so close and it's starting to kind of freak me out. But yeah, guys, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you press that like button and I'll be back with another crypto news update tomorrow.